Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our experts webinar this evening. I'm so excited to have you hear the content that we're going to be receiving tonight from Dr. Cherie Lechner Lunato. I want to tell you a little bit about this amazing woman. She is a mother of her son, Jesse, who is 10 years old. She is married to her husband and dear friend Ross. She's also a friend to many as a chiropractic physician, an acupuncturist, an energy healer, and a lover of liquid biocell. What's interesting about Dr. Cherie is that in addition to having her accolades in healing and in the medical field, so to speak, she's also a Platinum One elite social marketer, Elite One social marketer. As we've had these awesome healthcare practitioners come over from the former company Jusuru, they were actively building in the field, and so they bring such expertise, and in particular Dr. Cherie, because of the breadth of her training, just brings so much to us here at Modere. She has specialized in pediatrics, in sports medicine, and functional medicine. She's committed to everyone being the very best they can, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And in 27 years of clinical practice, she's never seen a nutritional product work so quickly and provide such broad spectrum benefits for the joints, the skin, and really just health overall. Around the company, she's known as the collagen sciences guru, and if anyone asks questions about liquid biocell or the business, isn't this beautiful? Because she is actively promoting this brand in all that she does. She is one of the most enthusiastic to share on both of those elements. So her recommendation to everyone is that they include liquid biocell in their daily nutritional regimen, regardless of their age, and for overall health and vitality, even if somebody isn't looking for the benefits of younger looking skin or healthier, less discomfort in their joints. This product is for everyone, and you're going to hear her explain that. She's got a lot of different interests and hobbies. She spends time with her family and friends, and things that she enjoys doing: meditation, yoga. She loves hiking and in forests, and loves strolling the beach, rollerblading, biking, organic gardening, cooking with friends and family, and very much into personal development, personal growth here. She loves reading and healing foods, and hopefully she'll share the story of literally saving her son's life by healing him with food. And basically, she loves anything that relates to the water. She, in terms of education, in 1990, she graduated from the National College of Chiropractic with a postgraduate specialties in chiropractic, pediatrics, sports chiropractic, as well as injury prevention. She completed her undergraduate degree in biology in 1986, cum laude at BGSU in Ohio, and attended Mentor High School, magna cum laude, 1982. In 1997, graduated from the International Academy of Clinical Acupuncture, a 1997 graduate of the International Zen Body Therapy Institute. In 1999 through 2001, graduate of the School of Advanced Healing, where she also worked on staff for 2 years. In addition, she has been studying functional medicine and nutrition for over 15 years, having attended seminars yearly. She is currently serving on the board of the Northeast Ohio chapter of the Academy of Integrative Health and Medicine. So this woman, aside from having all of these credentials, brings phenomenal intuitive sense and heart to our conversation this evening. And so let me turn the time over to her, Dr. Cherie Lechner Lunato. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Welcome.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you for all those accolades. I'm very humbled, and I feel very blessed and honored to be able to do this call with you this evening.
Thank you, dear. Glad we got glad we finally are getting you.
And I really want everyone to know that, one of the things that I follow in life is Mother Teresa. One of my favorite quotes is, "We can do no great things, only small things with great love." And
Hmm.
one of the small things that you can do with great love every day is take your liquid biocell. So I'm going to be sharing with you why I think that's such a profound thing, because, liquid biocell is truly critical for our well-being, and the components so support our health. And sharing liquid biocell also is a very small thing that we can do with great love that has a huge impact. And the reasons, why, because I really want you to understand that liquid biocell is more than just a supplement, because it's really the building blocks of the human body. Every cell has hyaluronic acid and collagen. So they're the chief components of healthy connective tissue throughout our entire body. And hyaluronic acid, think of water. So it's everywhere in our body that there's water: our eyes, hair, skin, gums, nails, joints, the fluid in our joints, and even the viscous fluid in our body. And we lose it as we age. And the other component, the collagen, is what holds our body together like glue. So it's like our structure. So it's in our organs, our muscles, our tendons, our ligaments, even our heart muscle is made of collagen, and they work together. So say, for example, the arteries are made of collagen. The lining is made of hyaluronic acid. So you kind of get their partners. And the thing is that they're responsible in the joints, right, for joint function and lubrication, comfort, and mobility. And as we age, we lose these molecules. And the hyaluronic acid, the most you're ever going to have is the day that you're born, and it just decreases. And then the collagen, we peak around age 20, and then it slows down, and by 40, we're pretty much done. And that's why people kind of get a little creakier, a little, drier. And the hyaluronic acid itself is also good for the hydration and the tissue repair and your youthful appearance, that glow. And I want you to see the slide with the little girl on it so that you can really understand the aging process and how we lose this hyaluronic acid and collagen. So I shared with you that it decreases. And the best way to visualize it, so remember this little girl, and we're going to look at the next slide that has the 100-year-old. So the best way to understand this is if you take a brand new baby who's all plump and squishy and you just want to love on them, and you put them next to a 100-year-old. The baby is full of hyaluronic acid and collagen, and the 100-year-old is depleted. They're wrinkled, they're dried out, they're bent over. That's what happens as we age. And now we have this amazing product, liquid biocell, that actually reverses that process, and it restores our I like to call it Mother Hubbard's cupboard, our stock of hyaluronic acid and collagen, because that's a natural aging process that we go from like a plum to a prune, right? Well, now we have it's like if you took a raisin and you put it in water, it plumps up. That's what happens when you drink liquid biocell. But it doesn't stop on the outside. You have to understand it starts from the inside. So it actually starts absorbing in the mucous membranes of your mouth. And this is very, very special because it's a patented molecule size, and it's actually the sweet spot in molecular absorption for humans. And any other form of HA collagen has to go through the digestion, and so it's not as bioavailable, because if your gut isn't working, which if you're over 40, you have less than 50% of your enzymatic capacity, you're not going to absorb it all. So a lot of it goes down the toilet, if you will. And so, and the other thing that's very special is not only that molecule size, but this is truly a new generation of collagen, which makes it absolutely unique in the marketplace in the entire world, because it actually mirrors our own joints' natural composition, so the body can accept it. So it actually recognizes it as our own. So it's type 2 collagen, it's chondroitin sulfate and hyaluronic acid that's in a naturally occurring matrix, and the body can recognize it and put it to work. Because when it's an artificial combination, which all other HAs and collagens are, the body can reject it and actually get inflamed. It can actually cause a fire in our body if our body can't recognize it. So it's really important to, because inflammation, by the way, is the root cause of all chronic diseases along with oxidative stress. And, our blends, our Life, our Sport, and our Skin all have these superfruit antioxidant delivery systems, which is like the bonus. So it's like a 1, 2, 3 knockout punch for inflammation and oxidative stress. So this is one of the best partners that we can have. And because in the clinical trials, this is amazing. Okay, I just really want you to get this before I tell you the story. But I wanted you to really get grounded in why this is so special, is that it's actually clinically proven to increase those hyaluronic acid levels in the blood by over 6,000% in 28 days. That is absolutely extraordinary. Anyone in the medical field, nutritional field that hears that will be like, jaw drop, because there's never until now been something like that. So it's so, so critical. And it is multi-patented. And this is, and that's international as well. So this is one of the reasons we see such extraordinary results, is the bioavailability and the body's ability to use it. And as far as, you might be on this call thinking, well, I'm only 25 years old. Why do I want Liquid Biocell in my body? I wish I had it when I was 25 years old. I'd be looking really super fine. And, interesting, Margie and I just want to tell you that the Liquid Biocell, it supports our joints, our skin, our eyes, our hair, our gums, our nails. And, I remember 6.5 years ago when I first started taking Liquid Biocell, and actually I didn't take it first. My mother-in-law did. So I'm going to tell you a little story here just to like show you how it supports health. So I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. But my mother-in-law, at 69 years old, couldn't open a water bottle, button buttons, close her hands all the way. It would take her 10 minutes to get out of bed. And she was 9 out of 10 in discomfort in her hands and feet because she had worked on a factory shop floor for 40 years. And she literally would fall down if she went to get straight out of bed. She'd have to massage her feet on a pillow. So I was nursing my son then. I didn't know if it was safe. Now I know, no issue. But then I'm super conservative when it comes to children. And because of all my knowledge that I have. But my mother-in-law volunteered, and it was absolutely mind-blowing for me to see a product work like this, because in 2.5 weeks, she could open a water bottle. In 5 weeks, she was able to button buttons easily, and I saw she had full range of motion in her thumb, which blew my mind. And then at 8 weeks, she could close her hands all the way, and she was 5 out of 10 in discomfort. And by this time, she's just popping out of bed and going. And by 90 days exactly, she had no discomfort in her body whatsoever.
This is just amazing, Cherie. And I'll tell you, when you're able to see that in a loved one, and there are a lot of amazing products, and across the board, and there are great results from them, but there's nothing like easing someone's discomfort. And when you see them with mobility and capabilities that they've lacked in the past, there's just nothing more gratifying. Am I right?
No, there isn't. It's, in fact, I can't stay quiet.
Right.
Yeah, I literally cried when my mother-in-law told me. And she did it as a surprise in front of a group of people. I just fell into it. I'm crying now thinking of that moment because
yes, yes,
because I love her with all my heart. I'm so blessed to have this beautiful woman as my mother-in-law. And there is nothing.
There's nothing like it. I've seen it in my fiance, very similar from being a carpenter, and almost exactly in the time frames that you mentioned, he started seeing results. And I do want to mention that today, and now having taken Liquid Biocell for months, that he is 100% discomfort free, and he feels like a kid again in terms of his flexibility and mobility and lubricity in his joints, and it is a gift. It's an absolute gift.
That is so awesome. I love hearing those stories.
He's good.
It makes my heart feel so good, so happy, so
I
much joy.
know, I'm with you. I'm with you. Can,
Yeah,
can, can I ask just a quick question here, and then we'll
sure.
carry. But I noticed up a little higher, and just would love for you to clarify this a little bit. That one of the reasons that this is so far and away different than any quote collagen product that you might have. You talked about the bioavailability and how it can either be create inflammation because the body doesn't realize it doesn't recognize it, or it just gets eliminated through urine or whatever. But one thing that I found interesting, and I'd like you to address it, is that a lot of these collagen products are targeting skin benefits, right? Get us in our vanity. That'll get to us. Um, but when you have just the difference between type A and type 1 and type 2 collagen. So type 2 collagen, which is what we have with Liquid Biocell, can become type 1 collagen, but type 1 collagen can never become type 2. Is that correct, or can you just speak to that a little bit?
Sure. No, that's one of the things that's so special about Liquid Biocell. And they actually didn't know this at first because it was developed for joints. And then people started taking it and they were having skin benefits. And see, the skin is type 1 collagen and the bone is type 3 collagen. So this goes in our bodies as type 2 collagen, but it actually stimulates the stem cells in our bone, our cartilage, and our skin. So it's stimulating the production of those type 1 and type 3 collagen. And when you take type 1 collagen is usually from cowhide, honestly, I got to tell you. And it's a very large molecule. So it's not going to work in the body unless your digestion can break it down. And it's true, it won't convert into type 2. The body doesn't recognize it. See, this our body recognizes because the molecule is a mirror of our own articular cartilage, and then we have these amazing skin benefits, which I got to tell you, Margie and I were talking before, one of the reasons I'm so passionate about Liquid Biocell, in addition to all the joint issues, is for the skin, because so many women are getting Botox injections. And not that there's something wrong with those, but something I learned in one of my functional neurology classes, actually about a year ago now, actually just a year ago, is that the largest group of women to get Botox is between 18 to 35. Well, guess what? That's mama range.
Do they even have wrinkles? Do they even have wrinkles?
No, they don't. No, they have barely. Well, actually, to be honest, though, Margie, I got to tell you, we're seeing women with wrinkles at 20 years old because of premature aging from all the free radical damage, and we're seeing premature aging, right?
Estrogen mimics in the environment,
Exactly, and all the toxins, you betcha, all those environmental toxins, they show up as wrinkles. So BioCell actually helps get them out, but what's amazing is that by getting those Botox injections, it actually affects how the baby's brain grows. And there's actually special grooves that get put into the baby's brain just by the mom, because the mom's usually primary caretaker. So all the caretakers, that's how the babies learn social cues, by how the facial muscles work. And if the facial muscles weren't working, they don't know to use theirs, so they don't develop the grooves. And so actually, they don't know how to interpret social situations appropriately. So it was fascinating that because of that, the baby might not develop grooves in their brain that store that information. I know. I was like, wow.
Who'd have thunk it?
No, and so now we have a natural way, to keep our skin. I wish I had this. Gosh, I wish I had this when I was 25. It's like I can't. I envy all of you that are 25 on this call. I want to see how you are when I'm still alive in 50 more years, because I'm going for 120 now that I have Liquid Biocell.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it's amazing. So this is, the wise ones are going to recognize that this is something that you give a gift to yourself every day. And you
Yes.
fill up and keep those collagen and HA molecules full, plus getting the antioxidants then reduce that inflammation and get those free radicals out of the body where they can't act like little rogue, rogue, I call them rogue molecules because they do a lot of they create a lot of havoc
Yeah,
in our body.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And Dr. Cherie, I look at the physical evidence, just some of the benefits that I've experienced. Obviously, a dramatic decrease in the lines and wrinkles on my face. I'm blown away, really. And people are consistently saying, "Wow, you just look so much younger." But also, what I've noticed is a couple of like scars from 10 years ago that just they got as good as they were going to get, and they were gnarly still, and they're just the skin has just smoothed over. They're gone. The wrinkles and the above my knees, I was really wanting that to decrease. The areas where my hair was thinning a little bit, that it's now coming, like all these little baby hairs are thick. And so I look at these physical evidences that I'm so grateful for, and I think, oh my gosh, what is this product doing on the inside for me that I may never even fully know? Because going back to that chart where you can see how steeply the hyaluronic acid drops off in the body, and then how collagen kind of peaks and then drops off. Um, Now, I just am so grateful to have my hands on this product for what is happening on the inside if these external physical evidences are occurring.
Oh, it's incredible what it's doing on the inside. That loss of collagen, what you have to understand, our organs are even in sacs of collagen, and as we age, they go south. Like, have you ever noticed as people age, everything goes south? So you drink your
Yes.
liquid biocell and it all goes north again. So, and it's not like you look in the mirror and go, oh, look at those crow's feet. You don't go, oh my God, look at my thyroid's wrinkled today or my liver's wrinkled today. Well, the same thing happens in the organs. And the problem is when your organs get wrinkled, they're not going to perform the way they should be. And so and the other thing I always tell people is you might have a specific issue or concern area that you want liquid biocell, that you want results, but your body has its own list, and it is going to take care of what's critical for your survival and your well-being first. And that could be on the inside that you don't even know. So, if your knee issue doesn't go away in 90 days, it's okay. Your body's working somewhere else that needed more attention. And and you're going to see it in the skin, first and foremost, just because we get that. It increases the microcirculation, so you get that glow. It's that liquid biocell glow that women get when they're pregnant. They get this beautiful glow about them.
Oh, that is so awesome. And I'm so happy that you're sharing this because I've noticed that, all right, like I saw such dramatic difference in the lines on my face so fast. And then it seemed like it kind of plateaued, like, oh, maybe that's all the results I'm going to get. But then in a couple of weeks, I noticed something else. So it is the body's infinite wisdom and the ability to go to what is needed first, because now I notice even more results in my skin. But for a little while, it felt like it had plateaued. But I'm never quitting using this product just because of the results I've seen. It's the most profound product, like you share, Dr. Cherie. It's the most profound product in my 30 years, 40 actually, of studying nutritional science and the body. But in 30 years of promoting various products, it's the most profound product I've ever had in my hands.
Yeah. And, and because of all this, I mean, that's exactly, it's almost impossible to not share. And so I really love Modera's Share the Love, because that's what we get to do every day and make a profound difference. And you just never know how it's going to impact someone. That's, to me, you would think after 6.5 years that I wouldn't jaw drop every week. Sometimes every day I jaw drop because of a result a person or an animal has. It's still mind-blowing. And it's like, I love it because it's like the tip of the iceberg. And I'm like, oh, what's going to be like in 20 years? What are we going to see? It's that exciting, and it's a true medical breakthrough. It's just so awesome that we have this natural product that improves our health And the benefit is, our joint, skin, and everything else. I like to say it's kind of like a box of chocolates. You don't know what else you're going to get beyond the bones, the joints, and the skin.
Right, right, right. Well,
So
if if you have any other stories or anything that you'd like to share, you certainly can do so, or we can just
yeah,
kind of.
the only other thing I'd want to share, is all you got to do is look at the pets. There's no placebo effect in animals. In fact, in 6.5 years, I've never had an animal yet that I personally gave the product to that didn't have some results, right? And it isn't like you go, oh, Fido, you're going to feel so much better when I give you your liquid biocell. No, they just do, and they actually they have results quicker than humans. Part of it's their metabolism is higher. That's why they don't live as long. But it's also they don't have a mind that's trying to tell them it's not going to work, because that mind gets in
Right,
the way.
right, right,
So
right.
yeah, and so it's amazing the results I've seen in cats, dogs, and horses. Just literally, you know I've seen it's just amazing. I've seen, and I saw it when Pet Blend actually came out. I remember seeing the video. I started bawling when it was first introduced because I knew some little boy was going to have his dog several years longer, and that's actually happened to come true. Because
Yeah,
the number one reason our dogs and horses are put down is their joints, and they just can't take care of themselves, and the owners can't lift them. So now we
yeah.
have a way to naturally give them that, and it gives them comfort, and it gives them mobility just like in humans. So that's what I want to say, and remember, it's the overall health, just like in humans, it's their overall health, and so that it's your entire body, and that's what I want to say. It doesn't matter if it's your eyes, it's your skin, it's your joints, it's your brain, it's your big toe, or your heart muscle. The heart muscle is made of collagen, and the valves are made of hyaluronic acid. And since I like to share the love, right, when you do that small thing, now it's a really small thing with our ultra concentrated formula, just 1 tablespoon twice a day. That's a way to love yourself, and be good to your whole body.
1 tablespoon twice a day. Well, Dr. Cherie, this is so inspiring, and I have interviewed a number of people, as you know, on a number of healthcare practitioners on the liquid biocell, and I feel like I've studied the product very, extensively myself, and I learned some things tonight. So, thank you so much for your beautiful wisdom, for your heart, for embracing Modere along with the liquid biocell, being such an advocate for the Live Clean lifestyle and helping us to create those 10 million healthy homes by the year 2020. You are a gem, you are a gift, and we want to thank you so much for being with us this evening, and wish everybody a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.